All right. Welcome back. Calm down now. Episode 2 of the Healing Chefs podcast. I am Ryan, aka Crownson's Corner. Other hosts over here, we have.
You have Big Worm 4444 or Cameron on Instagram.
And the other host that's not here today, big shout out to Ghost Creations. We're proud of you, and we will see you soon, man. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, big shout out to Ghost Creations. He's
a big connector, man. Like he brought us all together.
Yeah.
Like and helped me out during my times and stuff like that. We'll get onto that in the future. But today's episode, we have Alex here from Solventless Refinery.
How you doing?
How are we doing? Thank you very much for coming up.
Thanks for having me.
Yes.
A lot of cool things they have going on. I've been getting quite a bit. Well, for me, quite a bit of their rosin. And everything slaps.
Appreciate it.
Everything. Yeah, no, like way to go, guys.
Great.
Like
It's
and the containers too. Like way to
Yeah.
shout out to like was that I forgot what the name of the stuff is, but that container itself
Oh, it's awesome.
really helps with the terps.
Really expensive container, but well worth the money.
Yeah.
I'm all about, if I'm one of the more expensive grams on the market. So I'm a firm believer, if you're going to go out and spend your hard-earned cash on my products, like it should be a 10 out of 10 experience every single time of the day.
Yeah.
So when I have a jar, like our old jars with the Kalax jars, those ones are just, they pop down.
What's happening?
Hey, you are on the phone right now on the podcast. Dog.
Oh yeah. No worries. Minor technical difficulties.
Okay, sorry about that.
How good.
Yeah. No.
So this is one of the things I want to talk about real quick. We got bro.
Wow.
Jimmy,
It's doing it again.
turn it off. Thank you. This is
because they try to
Welcome. A couple things.
Has
and bag everybody.
thing I want to talk about real quick while they're setting up a dab over there. Like a lot of people on Instagram, social media, and stuff like that don't show all the listen to the snap. I love that, and that just is the sound of money, saving your money. All right, like everyone on social media shows like all the great things in life and stuff. Like I definitely am going to keep that little mess up in this podcast because that's a big part of what we kind of trying to do here at the Healing Chefs is like normalize talking about the things that people like feel really uneasy about.
Yeah.
Like you can be vulnerable. It's okay. Like I mean I grew up trying to be like was that toxic masculinity through like the late 90s, early 2000s with like Korn and Limp Bizkit and just like I'm a man, I don't cry, like and stuff like that. But like
It's okay to fuck up.
It's okay to be sad. Like
Yeah.
it's okay to be mad and all that kind of stuff. But like intrusive thoughts are intrusive thoughts, and that's scary right there.
At least we got some cards.
Oh my god, this is why I'm good, dog. I'm afraid to break things, but
It's a travel rig, so it's okay.
oh, okay.
We're all humans.
But yeah,
It's my
if
cheap rig.
I try anything, I definitely want to try that. What was it? The Dancing Carnage, because
Dancing Carnage.
that sounds like some sort of trippy, like
Yeah, shout out Gas Pump. That's a Maximum Carnage mixed with Twizzle Dance. So it's a strain that I just kind of combined the two strains and made.
yeah, that's awesome, man. Like
Yeah,
Maximum Carnage just I grew up with like Spider-Man and stuff, and
Uh-huh.
that just sounds like something out of Spider-Man with maximum
Yeah.
carnage and
Yeah.
yeah, it's
like-
a Black Cherry Punch times pure Michigan.
I love Black Cherry
The Michigan
Punch.
part of it's, I'm going to assume, the Carnage.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did they
yeah.
say Flint?
Oh, no.
Shout out to the homies back in the day in the army
Yeah.
from Flint. And
Shout out the Mitten.
there you go, to the Mitten.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of them doing a lot of really cool stuff.
I got a lot of friends out in Michigan that are just absolutely crushing it.
I mean, I've
Oh.
seen some sick stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I wonder if that has to do with terroir.
So no, I can't say I've done anything in Michigan related. Like, what can you tell me about the Michigan scene?
I mean, they're just as advanced when it comes to cannabis as I would say California or Oregon.
Okay.
Pretty much everyone out there grows. They all got basements, it's been a cultured thing out there for a long, long time.
Yeah.
So terpy.
Okay.
A lot of the people that I do know that are out there are all growing, organic living soil. They're using the earth itself instead of
That's
bringing
going
in foreign matter and stuff like that to their regimens. So a little bit
That's
different
so
than what we're
scary.
used to out here with a lot of synthetics and semi-organics and things like that.
Okay. Yeah. No, I really want to get into the point where I can do my own living soil. Just the idea of having constantly turning the soil over and having different things just growing it and just kind of adding its own nutrients instead of relying on purchasing some other stuff from somewhere. Not that there's that good product out there, but it's just like you have it all. You have so many resources on your own. It's just like I have my own compost. I'm just throwing my own food out there from my scraps.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone should be growing their own garden.
Yeah.
I really
not
wanna-
necessarily cannabis, but you should do some organic vegetables, fruits,
Yeah.
stuff like that in your kitchen.
Yeah, I got
sure.
some tomatoes.
Yeah.
It's there. It's nice. It's sweet. It's crazy.
You'll taste the difference. You'll feel the
Absolutely.
difference. You'll feel the difference in your body.
Yeah.
Your body talks to you. You just gotta listen.
Oh yeah. When I make pizza, I try to make it myself and use like whole grain flour, and as opposed to like the all-purpose regular flour you get, just because there's so much processing happening
Yeah.
to it.
Mhm.
And like I notice like my stomach hurts. Normally when I get pizza from anywhere, whereas when I make my own, it's just like it's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tastes different too.
Yeah. Like sometimes those pizzas that you get, I feel as a chef, I get it
Questionable.
and I bite into it. I'm like, like my body tells me like this isn't food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is like, even with like fast food and stuff, like I'll
Mhm.
get a craving and then I'll take a bite and I'm like, what the wow,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
just happened? Like this
Shout
is
out
not
little squeezers.
yeah. Oh man. Shout out to the like what is like $5 pizza plug.
Yeah. Just little things,
A plug for real, maybe.
Yeah. Right.
Questionable food.
Yeah.
Question. Yeah. Oh man, I used to have a cousin that worked in there, and like she literally had a refrigerator full, and like I had a refrigerator full. I'm like, I don't want it. I don't want to eat it anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, we sold a lot of weed, and I just started giving out pizzas when the people come.
It's like, oh, here, you'll need this.
I'm
You'll
like,
need
here you go.
So
They're
tipping
like,
your plug,
awesome.
the plug tips you with some
Hey,
za.
hey,
Hey.
man.
Yeah.
I gave
I'm
him some
hoping that is
Zaza
always
and
pizza.
some pizza.
Yeah.
It was good
Great.
stuff. We had
Yeah.
good weed in Missouri. Yeah,
Oh,
good
now-
connects.
so
That's
now-
back in the day. But
Yeah, now we're transitioning to in the process of making food for them with weed in it, or making it accompanied with it,
yeah,
Yeah.
the whole thing's turned to hospitality. But like, real
Yeah.
quick though, how did you like? I'm sure like our audience doesn't really know everything about you. I know you've been on some episodes on different shows. Shout out like what is it, like Sir High and them on the High in
Yeah.
Arizona podcast. I
Arizona.
think hippie
Hippie
life.
Chronicles.
Yeah, hippie.
Yeah, I did one other one, blanking on the name, but
But yeah, Can you tell them just real quick, like how you found cannabis, and then you can transition to like what you're doing now?
I guess how I found cannabis was my best friend Keatron. We went to high school together, and he was a heavy
Shout out.
Shout out, Keatron.
Shout out Key. He was into weed. I think at like 11 years old or something like that. He had an older brother that got him into it, and me and him started hanging out a lot. I was seeing him and his friends, smoking and whatnot. So one day I decided to smoke weed. I used to be like a goody good
Yeah.
kid,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
like, no,
I
weed's
was too,
bad.
yeah.
Dare was telling us the truth.
Straight edge,
Yeah. Yeah.
Your
So we
drugs
had
make you dumb.
pretty much
Yeah.
something like
that's
that.
just yeah.
Not the
Drugs
ones my
make you
mom's
dumb.
on, but the ones that you're on.
Yeah. There's so many drugs now. It'd be like it'd just be crazy because there's
Sorry.
thing's not really it.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Good.
You're fine.
So I think my first time with cannabis was I had just turned 14. So with him, we were
Yeah.
just smoking. Ended up turning into us, being kind of the people to go to around the school and stuff like that for a little bit. And
Yeah.
so yeah, that was the thing for me, smoking socially, making friends. I was a pretty antisocial. I'm still pretty antisocial.
Yeah.
So drinking, smoking when I'm out hanging out with people makes it a lot easier.
Well, shout out. Thanks again for like coming out, because I have shitty ass anxiety that I'm dealing with every day, and I know a lot of people do. So just getting out the door sometimes is hard. So shout out to everyone making out the door today, and then hey, shout out to those that aren't too, because it's okay.
Yeah. For sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
So that was kind of my introduction to cannabis. Fast forward a little bit. My 21st birthday, me and one of my ex-girlfriends, we moved out to Oregon, and I ran 2 dispensaries and a acre and a half greenhouse, indoor, outdoor kind of hybrid situation. We had hoop houses, but they weren't closed hoop houses. They were just
Okay.
tunnels. We had an outdoor section, and then we had a barn that was indoor / nursery. And then we had a like 4-car garage that was our like clone nursery.
So what's
Nice.
I was gonna ask, what's the standard temperature? Like, what does it stay like during the growing season? Just curious.
So we were full term. We were outdoor, greenhouse outdoor. So we started in spring and we grew all the way to October, late
Okay.
October, early November, just depending on whether it got really cold or too wet at that point in time.
Okay.
Because you can have issues with like PM bud rot, stuff like that. So you want to avoid that with the cold situations.
Okay.
Wet situations, moisture getting inside the buds, and it's trapped there because they're so thick and dense.
Yeah.
We had plants that were pulling 16 pounds off of, so they're big guys with big nugs, and you had to be really careful with that. That's why we did the open tubes, because we were up on a hill.
Yeah.
So the air would run over the hill
I get that
Yeah.
air
straight down into our greenhouses. So we
Perfect.
didn't need AC. We didn't need
Nice.
we
Smart.
didn't need AC in July because it got to like 109 inside of our hoops.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
for
A
sure.
little toasty, but
Yeah.
plants loved it.
Yeah.
When they're acclimated to the situation, they're good to go.
Yeah, man. I've seen some of them outdoor plants like just get massive.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, we had like 16
real-
foot.
when you're talking
16
trees, like yeah,
How many gallon pot was it in?
that's fun. That's fun to
So
see, too.
inside of our greenhouses, we were running 15-gallon pots.
Okay.
And then our outdoor section just happened to be all of our mothers. We had like 250 mothers that we were done with. We had taken thousands of cuts on. They were past due
Wow.
maturity. So usually we would cull them, but we had a section of our permitted area that we could put plants at. So we were like,
Okay.
fuck it. Let's not kill these. Let's throw them outside and see what they do. So those were in 35-gallon pots.
Wow.
Yeah. So those were
Yeah,
big. Those plants got to like
big.
20, 21 feet.
Man, the
Dang.
base of that had to have been like an arm.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. A little bit longer than an arm. Yeah.
Yeah, it'd have been
Big,
that's sick.
big pots, a lot of soil. Everything was moved by hand. We didn't have machinery, so it was all hard labor moving, 7,000 plants around an acre.
Wow.
That's a sounds like logistical nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It sounds like
Yeah.
a fun problem
Good
though.
time. It was fun and
It-
shitty at the
it-
same time.
Yeah.
We're working in the sun, for 19 hours out the day.
But yeah,
Lifting
but now you can
things,
tell the
watering
story and
Yeah,
for
feel
sure.
proud of it.
It was a
but,
great-
like I'm sure during the time there was
It was a great, great entry and experience into getting to where I'm at now.
Yeah.
The dude that I was growing underneath was like one of the most respected growers out in Oregon on the black market scene and the medical scene, because medical was their first thing, and they went recreational. I think in like 2016, something like
Okay.
that.
Huh.
And obviously, recreational usually ends up killing medical. But at the time that I was there, it was still fresh, so there was still a decent amount of medical
Okay.
patients and stuff like that. So he was growing under medical, just like Arizona has their medical and rec. But if you have a medical license, you couldn't sell rec, but you could only sell medical.
Okay.
So he was growing medical for a long time, and then he ended up partnering with the dude that owned the grow and the 2 dispensaries that I ran, and that dude was an asshole. He ended up fucking us out of a shit ton of money and
No.
firing us all and doing the whole thing. But he crushed it. He taught me a lot of shit that
fucking,
I would have found. It's not in articles. It's not in books. So it was a good time.
dope, man. That's
well
like the
worth it.
bittersweet part of the industry. Like I've worked quite a bit in different like capacities as a bud tender, trimmer, stuff like that on the kind of lower end.
Mhm.
And like as much as like I feel like at different places that I got messed over, so I'm like I had a lot of part in any of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So like, but and I'm happy for any opportunity that I have because I got to
Yeah.
learn more
Yes.
and
definitely.
and got me to here. Unfortunately, I wish I could have learned the lessons that I've learned more recently earlier in life, but that's just how it goes. And
Yeah.
like I put something on my story a while ago recently is you can't be behind in life because no one's walking the same path as you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what do you?
definitely.
So like for everybody, just
It's all
take a little.
perception.
Yeah, perception. Just take a time out, man.
Yeah.
The solution is there, even if you have to like take a breath or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's awesome, man. To hear that, that you got that your perspective that you took that and you didn't go negative on that. You're like, no, I learned a bunch of stuff. So that's really that's key, bro. Like,
Yeah, definitely. And then to tack on with what you said, Ryan, is it's crazy to think that the time you spent, doing other stuff, so maybe you got better at other things, and you feel bad that you didn't spend the time getting good at that one thing. It's like to think maybe that person doesn't know the other thing that you learned. Shoes on the other foot.
Right. Yeah. Like when the bird is alive, it eats the ants, and when the bird is dead, the ants eat the bird.
Right.
So be nice to anybody
Cycle
and
of life.
everybody
I never
because
thought about that.
you know what I'm saying. So like at the end of the day,
Or it's another bird eating the bird.
hey,
Yeah.
well,
Hey, the whole chain.
yeah,
Yeah.
they're dinosaurs. So,
Yeah.
but getting to like what you then. What got you into like? How did you transition into like the concentrates? Sorry.
No, and I also just want to say because these are awesome. These are dope. Like the design and everything's on them. Just like just what made you want to just create optimum quality? Just why your price points high?
I like
Just
to
'cause,
smoke
it's-
optimum quality.
right?
Boom.
Yeah.
I mean,
My whole company was based off of, like I said, I had that one dude fuck me over in Oregon. Like I had to move back to Arizona. There was no other option. I couldn't stay there and find another job. I didn't have
Yeah.
time. So we learn our lessons.
you know what? Shout out to that guy because now we got you. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm back. I was
Yeah.
born and raised here. Moved there on my 21st birthday. I was driving through Arizona, through California.
way to fumble that one, guy.
Yeah.
But to say that like why I got into concentrates, 2013, 2014ish when flower rosin came out and everyone was smashing their girlfriend's hair straighteners on the floor with weed between it. That was my real first introduction to like
I've always wanted to try
solventless.
that.
Bro,
but,
I
like,
damn sure was. I was in my kitchen standing on top of my ex's
Oh,
his hair
the amount of
straightener.
hair straighteners that we broke, man. Yeah.
dang,
Oh
that
my
has to be
goodness.
everywhere.
Sorry,
You hit
guys.
you hit a deep cut.
That's beautiful.
So
Yeah.
that was like my real introduction to solventless. I had smoked shatter. Shatter
Mhm.
was everywhere. My first
Oh, yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
With concentrate was shatter.
I
They
love
gave me
getting
like
headaches.
a gram and a half stick out of a 3-foot bong. It was not a good time. I thought I was dying, having a heart attack. But
Dang.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed concentrate. I don't really like smoking flower. Like I like smoking flower. I have bongs. I've got
Yeah.
$20,000 worth of bongs that I collected over
Sick.
my years. That
Right.
I used to just only smoke out of.
Yeah.
But it's more about like now I'm getting older. Health is an issue where like if I'm just gonna smoke flower, I'm smoking like a half ounce a day. It's a lot of
Yeah.
unnecessary product you're smoking, carcinogens with just the flower itself.
Yeah.
Definitely when I smoke flower, it's like just because I think I want the ceremony more than anything.
Yeah,
But
no,
I
it's-
definitely have to
yeah.
have
Same with dabbing,
rosin
though.
and stuff
Everything
because
has it.
for the power and like
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So,
I was gonna say it also definitely hits different too, like just to kind of smoke the flower just a little bit, just to kind of be like, okay, because kind of seeing like you can explain how it might hit somebody, just kind of that firsthand view, especially if you're growing it,
yeah.
before you going ahead and turn it into this beautiful product here,
But yeah, oh, and that maximum carnage wasn't like that was very tasty, and I like the feeling right now. It's just like
It's very calm.
Yeah.
but like a little cerebral and stuff like
Yeah.
that, so I can focus and
Yeah.
like I'm not like
It's
all
the
spacey.
Twizzle dance wakes you up. And the
Yeah.
Black Cherry Punch, it's more of that like nice hybrid. Pure
Yeah.
Michigan, it's a
Yeah.
little down, so you still get like some medical benefits with like pain relief.
I
and
love that Pure Michigan. If
anti-inflammatory
I could
stuff,
get,
but
Yeah. The cherry
definitely
Cos-
more of a good all day smoke for sure.
yeah,
It's gonna be in
lovely.
our all-in-one, so those aren't even. That's not even going to jars. That's already been turned into vapes.
Oh, I heard some
Wow.
people at the dispo talking about the vapes. I haven't grabbed one yet, but I definitely will.
They go crazy. So we were the first hardware in the state that didn't have any metals or wicking.
Hey,
That's beautiful.
So you don't
I
have to
love-
worry about
I'd love to hear
any
that because-
leaching into your product or anything
Yeah.
like that. A lot of the issues with most of these cartridges and vapes that are out there where you'll get halfway through and it'll start tasting like ass because they're burning too hot, or
Yeah.
the cotton starts burning because it's not wicking fast enough, or
Yeah.
whatever the issue may be. Our product doesn't have that. It's essentially
Sick.
a Puffco Peak in a little small thing the size of a fucking like a chapstick tube.
Okay.
Nice. That's sick.
So you can do blinkers on that thing all day long. You'll never get a burnt flavor.
I was about to say
Yeah.
on regular stuff, we all quit doing blinkers. Like, do you understand that like getting it to its hottest point, you're probably getting on like if you keep doing that, you're probably getting some metal or whatever. in
absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're causing
so
things to
ours has
happen.
no worries with
Chemical
that.
reactions.
The device itself doesn't get above 510 degrees,
Okay.
no matter how long you hit it for or how many times
Okay.
you hit. It's just super regulated. So the flavor that you get, you're gonna have the same flavor from the first hit to the very last hit, and you'll never get a burnt flavor.
It's beautiful.
Bro, that's like, see, this is what happens when someone who likes quality makes quality.
Yeah.
I mean,
I hated vapes, bro. You could ask anyone that has hung out with me. I fucking would never put out a vape. And then I found this hardware and it was like, oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
And I found a way to decarb my oil to where I'm not really even losing terpene content or anything like that.
Okay.
I'm still sitting
sick.
5.5, 6, 7% terpenes on my vapes.
Dope.
The science behind it is so sick too. Like you could just dive.
No, the main thought I had is I recently went to Long Beach and it's just there everything is solventless, and it's just like this is exactly what I've been wanting. Like I've been smoking for years now, but it's just like why can't I find that here? But it's like wait, hold on, I can find that here now. It's like
Yeah.
now you're showing people it's like it doesn't have to be this way. It's like something that I realized recently. It's like if you're going to be in an industry in an industry, you have to be willing to change the culture.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's my whole thing is I grew up, reading High Times,
Yeah.
scrolling through
Oh,
Instagram,
yeah.
watching all the OGs fucking just come up off the projects, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that's what I viewed. That's cannabis to me. Not I had $10 million. I bought my way into an industry that I know absolutely nothing about. I might smoke a
Yeah.
joint once a week or something like that, but I don't know shit from fuck when it comes
I
to
heard
cannabis.
all
Yeah.
about it on the internet.
Yeah. So it's a whole different animal when it comes to Arizona because Arizona is such a high point in entry.
Yes.
You know,
very
you have to
high.
have millions of dollars. I
Yes.
didn't.
The-
Obviously, I'm a small
Yeah.
family business. I run the company by myself. My girlfriend helps me out,
Yeah.
stuff
Yeah.
like that. But for the
Shout
most
out.
part, everything that you see that comes in a package was packaged by me, washed by me, sourced by me,
Beautiful.
inspected by me.
Beautiful.
I'll have people come in like every once in a while if
That's
I get
what's
like
up.
a bunch of orders at once that I need to get out. They'll help me package, but for the most part, it's all me.
Yeah.
So,
I love that because I'm Army. Lead from the front. That's how
Mhm.
you do it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's kind of how like we were at like with doing this podcast. Like we really want to kind of like talk to people and stuff and like help people out and go over the things that make people uneasy as well as talk about what we're doing in the cannabis industry and whatnot.
Yeah. culture is important when it comes to cannabis. It's a community.
Like when we had last week when we had Johnny from Leafers, Smoking Fire 480 on here.
Shout out.
Leafers, Chiefers, all them. That their brand is more of what we come from.
Yes.
Is the graffiti, is like the Leafers go hard. Like
yes.
we come from that. We come from like going under the overpass and smoking weed and stuff like that, and
hiding in the tunnels.
hiding and shit. And then then the cop comes, like the cop from school comes out on the golf cart out of nowhere. Super cop officer Rodriguez. Shout out to you, dog. Like you got me. Shout out to Officer Rodriguez from back in the day at Barry Goldwater High School, because you got me on the football team and got me faster. So thank you very much.
Yes,
I was still smoking weed, man. But yeah, no, like that's what it's all about. Like we kind of come from that's what Arizona, I feel, comes from. Is kind of like Cali, but it's a little more.
We're 5 years behind.
Yeah. But it's the graffiti, it's the whole kind of like scene and stuff that we grew up in.
Yeah, it's
being kind of
cool,
outcasts,
colors. It's
we're skaters.
Skaters.
Yeah, I grew up skating.
The rebellious kinds. The people that were also we're all using it for a medical reason, whether you want to admit it or not.
Yeah, no.
Whether it's recreational or not, you're using cannabis for a reason.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Whether it's to have fun or whether you got pain or whether you got some sort of psychotic issue, like everyone uses it for a medical reason. So we're all helping each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Same with coffee. Y'all use caffeine for damn near the same reason. You just need to calm down.
Yeah.
But like 200 milligrams of caffeine. I forgot who I heard this from, a jiu-jitsu
instructor.
Instructor. He's like, man, 200 milligrams of caffeine and like a joint or something, and that's perfect. I'm in like in a liter of water. I'm in the zone.
Yep.
Like that's. I mean, we're all treating something in some way.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all drug users.
Yeah.
Even food, man. Speaking of which, I've lost a little weight and I got to keep going, but like I've been fasting a little bit here and there and stuff like that. And I mean, I've already dropped like about 15 pounds or something like that. I got a lot to go, but like just learning fasting and stuff and trying to break my addiction to like all that sugar and stuff, that all the processed shit, because I was eating fast food, just like whatever, like kind of,
No, I fast Mondays and Tuesdays, and what I've noticed is just like it helps everything else get a little bit easier in a way. It's like I'll drink water, and if I get like a little famished or something, it's like you can eat a few hundred calories and not break the process of ketosis when you're fasting. But the awesome thing about it is just like you kind of get the opportunity to just disconnect from that pool, because like the Western diet, it's like you have to eat every day. It's like no, we're animals at the end of the day.
I love food too much.
I mean, we love food, but like
it's like it's until you do it, because like I told my cousin that I was like, hey, I've been fasting. He's like, hey, do you have to go to the doctor? Do you have to go to the hospital for something? I was like, wait, no, I'm just trying something new. It's like, it's like I've been working out. I've been big. I've been 300 pounds, been able to do pull-ups, and then I've been through so many different things. But it's like, actually, it's like, have you ever tried seeing what your body can actually do? It's like we're an animal of this earth. It's like if there's the opportunity of us not having food because we needed to forage for a while, like, if you weigh enough, you can make it a couple days with some water,
Sure. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But yeah, like getting into food and everything. You guys have an edible line coming out.
Yes, we do finally.
Yeah. So can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. So Sugar Refinery. I'm going to be partnering up with a local chef that a lot of people know and love and have been eating their products for a long fucking time.
Nice.
So me and her are going to be working together on essentially like a baked goods line we're going to start with.
Okay.
It's all going to be...
Can you shout out their name, or are you holding off?
Oh, we're going to hold off until we actually
Okay.
launch.
Yeah,
I don't want people getting too deep into what we got going on, but it's going to be cool.
Okay.
It's going to be, single serve, 10 milligram baked goods. And then there'll be a pack of them for 100 milligrams, 10 milligrams each.
Okay.
So you can get either the single or the pack, whatever you're feeling.
We'll have to have that person on after you announce and everything like
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely, we can
Found
come
out.
back
Excited to
for
speak to
that
them.
for sure.
find out their background and stuff. That'd be dope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
They crush it. They've made some absolutely insane products. They had a lollipop that was like all psychedelic background. That was pretty
Dope.
crazy.
That's nice.
All with sugar, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's crazy the things that some of these confectionists can do with
Yes.
their baked goods.
Yeah. Like if you could just if you just step back from like making things like as chefs right here,
Yeah.
um I saw somebody making something back in the day, which was like Hippie Chronicles. They were making cupcakes and stuff like that.
Okay.
And as much as I used to get upset at people like trying like stealing my ideas or doing something like that, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, there's more than enough
This
opportunity.
man invented cupcakes.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
man invented cupcakes. Bro, at one point in time, I swear to God, I probably believed that shit.
Right? Yeah.
But like I've created them this way. But like I got my influence from him. I saw that and I'm like, well, if I took my little thing, because like I'm crowned and I kind of feel like psychedelic and twisted and that kind of stuff. And I mix things in there and stuff like that. But like there's so much opportunity and for everybody to do, and I just can't wait to see like what you guys accomplish, because from what you were saying is gourmet and stuff. I like to see like I just like to see different things. I love different things.
Yes.
Like even when I'm out doing work and doing deliveries and stuff like here and there and stuff to make some extra money, I like to go to new places. I always like to see new things and stuff and a little nuanced different things. So like,
everything that we're going to be using ingredient wise, we're going to try to source from local sources as much as we can.
Great.
Obviously,
Great.
It speaks to our
there's
chef hearts
stuff
right there.
that we can't, obviously, like cocoa and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
So what we can, we're going to source locally. We're all about the community.
Yeah.
I'm from Arizona. I was born and raised, so I'm a local business. So supporting me means a lot. Me supporting other people means a lot.
Hey,
yes,
it's all one family.
Go get some Solventless Refinery. Go get some of this ash. It's ridiculous. Like stop playing with playing with your money with some other stuff.
Like first off, I'm gonna take another dab before too long, and second,
I know what you want.
Yeah. No, what I was gonna say is just that my hardest thing is just whenever I go out to eat and I spend my money, I'm realizing that I'm not getting what I want from the money that I'm spending. It's like, hey, I should have just stayed at home and made that for myself. And it's like everybody, money is hard to come by now. Stuff is more expensive now. Give me what I need now, and then don't give it a value that it doesn't actually deserve in that sense. That's what I learned recently.
Well, but also don't devalue yourself. Like I've also seen something recently, and I wanted to bring this up. Thank you. Like I think the universe talks. That like asking your homies and your friends and all this stuff for discounts. Like the reason that they're giving you a price, the price isn't for that product. The price is for all the failed attempts. The price is for the perseverance through all that. The price is for the blood, sweat, and tears, the almost giving up on your dreams and stuff, like, but still doing it and putting forth and everything. And then asking for a discount is like heartbreaking.
It's lame behavior, bro.
You're
lame if you ask your friends for discounts.
Don't do it like that. Like, oh man, that just breaks your heart. You're like, wow, you just devalue the out of me. Yeah. And I
respect that. I respect that. And it's like if I give you as a gift, it's like, I don't expect anything in return. I'm just giving this to you just because, hey, I did this. I'm giving you some. Here's something to have. And by the way, just know that I'm out here making this, and just if you want some, I got some. Yeah.
Support your friends.
Yeah. Good.
Support local. And I was just gonna say like I want to try to find more local people to start working with, local butchers, local just everything, because I'm just realizing and thinking just more of like I want as much control over what I'm consuming as possible.
Absolutely. I mean, the thing you were talking about, like going to a restaurant not getting what you want. You go to like California, any restaurant you walk into, they got where the product came from, who farmed it, who processed it. They have that all listed on their menu. No one does it out here.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Opportunity.
Just saying, but like we eventually are going to do like dinners and stuff like that. Like for now, we're just kind of doing this, so people get to know us. People get to know like some of the people that we know, and through our experiences and whatnot. But
Yeah.
eventually, we're gonna do some dinners and stuff. Really pull out that fine dining culinary
Yeah.
school experience that we both have. I've been making some stuff recently for like Abstract Kitchen. They
nice.
gave me some olive oils from that they partnered with at
It's in Santan, some
Queen Creek olive mill.
Okay.
They're kind of lower doses, and that's one of the things that I wanted to ask you. Like, so you said like they're gonna your edibles are gonna be like 10 milligram.
Mhm.
Do you plan on in the future doing? Because
Medical
you know the
Yeah.
hash people, like they
Yeah.
like the heavy stuff. Eventually they're gonna ask like, what
Oh,
are you gonna have like a heavier?
Absolutely. We're just not going to start with that because obviously not too many people are medical at this point anymore. Most of the market, 60+% of the market is recreational. Unfortunately,
I
it's the
didn't
truth.
even think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will absolutely be doing, medical based products that we can sell just to the medical patients. But
Can we get over that? Can we?
I didn't write the laws, man. I voted no. I voted no. So
man, I swear to I swear, like, because I used to be a bud tender and people
Mhm.
come in and buy like 100 milligram and they like, you can only get this many, and they're like, I'm gonna get fat eating all of this stupid gummies
Right.
and
shout
stuff.
out, what was it, Copia or whatever they are, the 1,000 milligram brownies or cookies or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh man, and then but then I would also have people who would go get the Corova, like 2,000, like, and they come in and they're like, oh, I messed my stomach up real bad. I'm like, yo, your body can't process all that properly, dog. Like, yeah, you're probably still high.
Yeah.
No, that stuff's goofy. I mean, everything that we're doing is with intention. So we're going to start recreationally. We'll move on to the medical
definitely.
when, obviously we made a name for ourselves. We don't want, to put out a baked good. Baked goods don't have like that great of a shelf life. You know what I mean?
Understood.
Yeah,
So
you gotta.
if it's not going to move fast enough, we're going to lose money. And what's the point of starting a venture just to lose money?
Yes.
Yeah, because especially with edibles, because I've worked with quite a few people that we've like, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this, and then it falls apart. But, I mean, that's part of the process.
We got
but like you have to sell a bunch of edibles to get like to make your nut, like, especially when you're piggybacking off of a license and stuff like that. You're paying like premium to even do the thing in the first place.
Yes.
So
we got 300 square feet.
Yeah, so that's
way
why
too much money for. So
yeah,
damn. Life. And like that's why this stuff is worth it. And I'm telling you guys, if you go and buy this Solventless Refinery, I put my name, like I stand on it. Like it's worth every penny, because not just because of the insides, like the container and everything. It's a well thought out process.
Yes.
Like this man doesn't do it just to do it. But like you also have solvent refinery. So there's also that, like, and I've had some of that too. And like I said recently, it was the Urkel's Trilogy.
There's a batter and applesauce out there right now. So
I had
two
the
consistencies,
batter.
same strain.
I had the batter, and I'll tell you this: like I was having a good time. I was.
That was cured too.
Yeah, no,
That's
it was cured.
Resin.
Yeah,
we have live and cured.
Yeah, I'm sure the live would have been a little bit better, but I was also. I'll just tell you, I had a couple of gel tabs, and I wanted something that I could like just scoop and slap, and that one was great. And I think I went through like a gram in a day, but like it was fire.
Yeah, no, everything that we do on our BHO lines never ran through a CRC column. It's never de-waxed, so it's fire in, fire out. It's all product that either wouldn't yield in solventless, or it was too dry as a cold cure, or like it didn't meet every single box that I needed it to meet.
Yeah, and
it goes to our BHO because it'll yield in BHO. It's chemicals stripping.
It good mouthfeel and everything too. It wasn't like real, like, like, because some of those solvent, like BHO and different like that, have been CRC to goodness gracious.
Yeah,
and,
absolutely.
And sometimes that's necessary, and I'm not gonna. I don't know all the science, so I'm not gonna sit on here and be like CRC, like any of that kind of stuff, because I don't really know. I'm not an expert, but sometimes. Every day I learn a little bit more.
No such thing.
Yeah. But every day.
Yeah, it's all relative, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we all sound like phonies, but but
I'll just,
but just with the man, now we got me off track.
oh, no worries, my bad. Well, maybe I was just gonna say that there's something that stops people from doing something, and then everybody has to fight their imposter syndrome.
Yep.
Oh
So
yeah.
just, and it's like, you know,
Okay, I'm back. I was just saying that like different like BHOs I've had before. Some of the CR seed stuff was not like hurt,
Yeah.
but this stuff was really smooth. And yeah, like when I take my gel tabs and I'm tripping and doing a little rave, which I do like maybe once a week to kind of like burn off all the,
one day a
the
week,
stress and just have a me day.
yeah.
And man, that stuff had me in that nice euphoria and everything, and it tasted great and it was really smooth. So, hats off to you. And I'm tired of people talking about BHO like it's like the worst thing. It's
You can have good BHO.
I mean,
I don't
now
prefer
there's
to smoke it, obviously, but
obviously this man loves his hash, and there's going to be people that do nothing but smoke hash. But this is something that we brought up in our last episode, that we're not gonna like hate on anybody for like smoking this or that or whatever, or lower brands. And when I said Venom, maybe people that aren't in Arizona don't know what Venom is. Venom is just like a lower tier, maybe like the
$5 grams of
yeah,
BHO
like something like
retail
that. Yeah,
kind of
like
situation.
they're like sometimes in people's life that's what they're at. You know, I'm not going to
It's what
judge
it is.
anybody,
Everyone's in their
but
different path in life.
but
Yes.
definitely more and more I want. I'm trying to push like better food, better
Better
knowledge, better like
Yeah, if
cannabis
you want
quality and stuff. I'm getting older, like you said. I want adult weed. I want adult drinks. I want adult. Even though we're all grown children, no one knows what the hell we're doing. I want whiskey. I don't want beer.
I want transparency too of whatever I'm going to consume. And just,
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's a huge thing that
Please.
I'm on. If you follow me at all on my Instagram, I am constantly posting my process in different stages, different cleaning regimens. You'll see me cleaning my ice machine on a regular basis. You'll see me cleaning my harvest right on a regular basis.
Shout out to cleaning your ice machine.
So-
They don't even do that at a lot of restaurants because I'm a chef and I know it, and I'd had to watch you dirty people clean the
Yeah, those
ice
things get
machine.
gross really fast, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
a lot of bacteria.
everything in cannabis is you're like a glorified janitor essentially.
Well, we thank you for everything that you're doing and the effort that you're putting in. Can you tell them how like you choose like strains and
Yeah,
stuff
I
that
was
you
thinking that.
decide that you're gonna either process into like the BHO and stuff like that?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So everything that I go and source, I'm intentionally sourcing for solventless, and then solvent is kind of an afterthought. So all the grows that I work with, they allow me to go essentially run rampant through their grow, find plants that I want to cut
Shout out to
down,
them.
do test runs on, get hard data sets where we know the yield, terpene content,
So,
flavors, stuff like that, different micron sizes that ended up yielding or not
okay,
yielding,
okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
the whole data behind it. So they'll let me essentially run rampant. They let me tell them essentially in certain aspects of their grow what they need to change or add to their regimens to get a better product. So a lot of the grows that I've worked with
That's a-
over the time that I've
This
worked with
baller
them
move.
has become even a higher quality product, which has been fun to see them grow as well as us. But everything that when we do like all the boxes, it's got to be yield, it's got to be flavor, colors there, but it's not as important. I know a lot of the customers out there, they want to see, beautiful white resin glistening and
Yeah,
looking
yeah.
like it's a big old puddle that they can just jump into. But in reality, all resin
That does
is
sound
different.
amazing.
Right.
Yeah.
Like a cloud in the sky.
It looks cool, but it's not necessary.
Yeah.
I've got resin like the Cherry Cosmo. It's a darker resin, but shit, dude, the flavor on it is insane.
Yeah,
It is very effective, and that is what I dab.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
nice.
So color's a box, but it's not the most important box that I have on there. Bud structure is something else that's kind of important. If I'm going out and I'm looking at nugs, I don't want something that's super dense and tight because
Okay.
all the trichomes that are inside that bud are not going to escape.
Okay.
That's smart. I never thought of, because I had okay, rudimentary. I had
Yeah.
I had a little press that I had from something, but like I kind of noticed that like the denser the nugs, like it was like almost absorbing more of the
Yeah.
stuff that I was pressing. I'm like, this
Absolutely.
is kind of like working against me.
Okay.
But
It all gets stuck in there. It just becomes like one little river that flows out. But
yeah. I wanted to ask just so has there been strains that just kind of surprised you? You're just like, wow, I didn't think that was going to do this or that's going to do that, or
Oh, absolutely. There's strains that people are like, oh, this hash dumps all day, 7%, and I'll go wash it, and it's like 2.2, and I'm like,
oh wow,
And then
less
Maury
than
comes
half.
out and is like,
what were you talking
results
about? How many
say-
times did you wash? How long did you wash? Or were you like, is it actually hash that you got? Or so a huge thing that I'm looking for when I'm touching plants is there's a greasy and there's a sandy type of resin.
Okay.
When you're touching
Yeah,
a plant and
yes.
it, you see your fingers, and if you're wearing gloves, it's more obvious because it becomes a shiny surface on the glove versus like the matte that the glove usually is.
Okay.
Or you'll see what looks like beach sand, little trichome heads that are floating on your glove. They didn't pop immediately from the pressure or the heat from your hand. And you can kind of play with them a little bit, and it feels like you're just playing with sand or silica or something between your fingers. So that's a semi telltale sign that a strain will yield and hash. And then we'll go to a jar.
So I'm sorry, just to clarify,
Yeah.
you like the sandy is better?
Sandy is
Sandy.
better.
Because the other one just bursts and
Yeah.
it's gonna
be a low yielder.
Okay,
The
okay.
trichome, the wall of the trichome is going to be a thinner, more fragile
nice.
skin, I
Yeah.
guess you could say, of
Makes
like
sense.
the cell membrane.
Because you
Okay.
need to transport it and do all this other stuff and then press it and stuff and
Absolutely. So
control.
So,
then,
the thicker the membrane, the better, because it can be beat up, a little bit harder without losing yield. Because when it
Nice.
pops, you lose the yield.
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah.
recover the oils
Yeah, you can't like
that
No.
escape of a
It's like
trichome in the water or anything. Like
dropping water on the ground. Pick that up.
Yeah, you'd have to figure out a way to like filter that water out afterward, and
Absolutely.
then
And
that'd be something.
I'm using 40 gallons at a
Yeah.
time, so
Yeah.
you can't really do that.
It's like you'd have to boil the water down and do this. Yeah, that'd be a
Yeah,
lot.
Oh
of
my
work.
god, no.
No, I was gonna say. So for the strains that don't work out for you, the ones that do release the oil, what are those strains good for then?
BHO.
Yeah. Okay.
BHO or
okay.
flour, obviously.
Okay.
If it's not going to yield in solventless, it typically yields in BHO. Or, obviously growers are growing for flour typically first
No.
out here
Okay.
at least.
Okay.
Yeah, I just have to smoke so much
anything
flour.
that doesn't yield or doesn't meet all the boxes that I want for solventless, because obviously my solventless is a pretty premium price.
Okay. Yeah.
So like I said earlier, I want it to be a 10 out of 10 experience. If it's not a 10 out of 10 experience for me, it's not going to be a 10 out of 10 experience.
I appreciate
for you.
that because
Yeah.
that's if I ever come out with a product, I'm gonna do the same damn thing.
Absolutely,
Right,
you should be doing everything with intention.
integrity and
Yeah.
intention.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love it.
So
Yeah.
that'll go to our BHO line. Obviously, it's the same grows, same product that I would normally source for my solventless line. It just didn't meet all the boxes, so there's nothing wrong with it. By any means, it's just not the right trichome side head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and too easy and then for those that don't want that price point of the rosin or whatever, that solvent refinery is still really good. The only thing I had a little hard time opening the container a little bit.
Yeah, those jars kind of suck. We're looking at different options, but
you're also like, don't you have like a contest going on right now to design a box or something?
yeah.
or-
So we have this current box here.
Okay.
We're gonna stick with the same box, same style, same everything. We're just putting it out to the public. You have a chance to get your artwork on my box, inside
That's
my box,
dope.
all
Hey.
around, and you also have the
this
chance
man's
to win
all
some-
local. I
Yeah,
love it.
all local. If you guys think that you got a chance, we've got like 80 people that said that they were into it.
I think I clicked on it. I didn't mean to. I think I was just like excited that was happening, and I was like, yeah. And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't mean to. But yeah,
Yeah, we have
I-
like 80-ish people that
And
wanted to come
there's-
and compete. I'm going to give you product. You're going to be able to sign your name or whatever your tag is or whatever on our
Dope.
box. We're going to put that out. You get the chance to be viewed by hundreds of thousands of people on social media via
Sure.
the customers that pick up our product or our social media, our supporters, dispensary partners. They have their social media, plus you get to be on dispensary shelves.
yeah, man,
with
that's
some
dope as
product,
hell.
with
Like
some swag.
if I like, there's a lot of
It's
more
priceless.
qualified people, and one day I want to be there to be able to design stuff. I'm working with AI and different stuff during the week and whatnot, and I do a lot of our different editing and stuff, and
Mhm.
but we're starting clips and all sorts. But like that's dope as
Yeah.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see who
Like-
the playoffs.
Like, Imagine
That's
giving
all.
people,
Sorry, playoffs are tonight. My thing is running running in my head.
No, it's nice having the opportunity to have somebody compete, just to make something that's going to be shown to a bunch of people, and also to kind of be the forefront of your product, your brand, what you're going to stand behind, what everybody's going to see you and think of you as.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm all about the culture, like we were talking earlier. The culture is all about uplifting the community. So
yeah,
half the point of me starting this company was not only is I wanted to put a product out that I'm willing to consume, I'm willing to give my family and friends to consume
yeah,
without any issue, any question, any doubt. And two, I wanted to work with all the resin that I could. I collab
Yeah.
with different people, but in that is collaborating with other companies, other people, artists, designers, stuff
Yep.
like that, uplifting them. They uplift us. We all work together to towards a common goal, man.
Yeah.
It's dope,
You know
bro.
what I mean?
That's what I didn't learn back in the day. I was all about trying, like that, but it's all about community and working together and networking and stuff.
Yes.
Like that's another thing that shout out Ghost Creations.
Yes.
That man taught me that. Like no,
Daniel Sign.
he kind of got me to. He's like, no, calm down.
Mhm.
Like let's like if you can calm down, we'll work together. And then we like started like working together and stuff. And I've seen that, and like it's amazing when you get all these people together. Like you guys can like we all need each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
And we all can in different aspects. So it's great to hear. Like it's not just in my brain.
No, like
It's like
we were
building
saying earlier, it's not everyone knows everything. No one's an
Yes.
expert. So why the
No.
fuck wouldn't you like want outside interpretation on things?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Like I need someone to help me edit.
Yeah.
but we'll get there. But speaking about culture, Culture Cup,
Yep, Arizona Culture Cup. We
that's
got that
coming.
in September 9th and 10th.
Can
be
you explain that to me? I've not heard of it prior to this.
Yeah, so
Opportunity.
it's a competition that I'm throwing. It's going to be the first Maker's Choice competition in Arizona. So all the competitions right now are like randomly selected judges that you could be getting a judge that has never smoked hash rosin in their life, and they're judging your product.
Great.
Okay.
Taking glowies of hash rosin, stuff like that.
Oh God.
Yeah, you got those
It's like serving a
situations, man. There's a lot
well-done
of uneducated
Wagyu or
patients out
something.
there. There's a lot of uneducated newcomers,
Yeah.
that are just getting into cannabis. It's been illegal. It's been scary. They didn't want to touch it. They were scared to, Google it or anything.
Right.
You know what I mean? Whatever
They're
reason it
gonna
might
know.
be.
Hey,
They don't
there's a lot
know.
of fear out there.
There's
Yeah.
people that don't know.
Yeah, that's big part of what we're trying to
So we wanted to essentially make it so that, like,
accessible.
if I'm going to go compete, I'm a judge. I have
Yeah.
a palate. I've been experienced, been doing this for years. There's no reason that I wouldn't be able to judge a product. You know what I mean?
You're a chef.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're getting 25 makers per category. It's going to be flour, resin, and rosin. Everyone's got a shot at winning over a $30,000 pot right now worth of prizes. We're getting a local glass artist, Hendy Glass. He's going to be glowing all the trophies.
Shout out, man.
Burnt Leather Company. He's going to be making little dab station coasters for
So
the
much
glass
cool shit,
trophies
though.
that
So
Hendy's is
much nice
making.
stuff.
We're partnering with a bunch of different like cultivation suppliers like Athena Agriculture, Rosin Evolution with their bags, Arrow Mixer. We've got Apex and Killery. which
Rosin
is like-
Evolution's been big out here.
yeah, Rosin Evolution crushes it. I use all of their products in my lab.
Shout out to all these people, man.
They
Yes.
crush it,
Yes.
so.
Thank you
I
all.
probably pressed that button too much, but just I like to praise people, so you might get over it. I don't know.
Hey, this is his personal ad lib that he wants to use. This is him rapping, and that cheers is ad lib.
Yeah.
So we wanted to bring essentially the culture back to Arizona. I think Arizona's really, like we were talking earlier, lost its way when it comes to community. Everyone's trying to
Agreed.
fuck each other over these big.
Look what I
MSO
got. You don't
companies.
get it.
It's too hot.
These big MSO companies are coming in with like $10 million that they're willing to lose just to gain a market share.
They teach you in Ozark. Have you seen Ozark? They teach you in Ozark, and I'm from Missouri. Shout out to Missouri. We used to have a houseboat in the Ozarks, so I know I used to be up there. But
I would love to own some property on the Ozark. It's one day in the future.
so they teach you on the Ozark. So what a big company does, they come in and just undercut the smaller company until they're out of business, and then they just raise the prices back up.
Absolutely.
That's just how you smoke people out. Like that's it.
So that's
Come up,
what
set up
Arizona
shop, and run
is,
them out.
man. Everyone's got a high margin point of entry to the market. and they're all coming with millions of dollars that they're willing to lose
Yeah,
to
That's
gain
why
that
they're
market
afraid.
share. It's shitty. So it's all, I'm going to fuck you over, even though there's more than, Arizona's got 7 million people living in it, and we
Yeah.
see like something like 49 million people that pass through our state yearly.
Okay.
You know,
Right.
like we have huge potential for customers. Like,
There
why
was
are we trying
traffic.
to fuck each other over? Why are we trying to put each other in the dirt, bring each other down, you know, sue each other until we can't fucking afford it anymore and we give up? There's no point. There's more than
Yeah.
enough business out there. Let's all work together.
Yeah,
Agreed.
they're like, yeah. Oh my goodness.
Agreed.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
That's a perfect lesson, and that's something that I needed to learn too. So like, I hope you guys are really listening, because we really care about like cannabis. We really care about
Absolutely.
the culture. We really care
Yes.
about where it came from. We really care about what it looks like, what it feels like, and all that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, I'm cool with having like the Walmart of weed or whatever, but I still want that. You're never gonna get rid of creative self-expression and
Yes.
that like
Small
craft
batches with love.
stuff. That like when you want something good, you go and get something good. You don't like, you want Jack Daniels, you go get the regular Jack
Yeah.
Daniels, and you go on with your life. You may mix it.
And then there's
but,
also
yeah,
there's
then
also
you go
stuff
and
that's
get
lower
some,
than that.
and you get stuff. Yeah, right.
You
But
got the $2,000 bottle and you got the $20 bottle. It's just depending on what you want.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
But,
more and more in life, I'm trying to get towards that $20,000 bottle, because like, not because of like showing off, like
Mhm.
maybe I would have when I was younger, but more of like, there's a reason that's $20,000. There's a
Absolutely.
reason that these things are a little more expensive, because the products are better, and it shows in the care and everything that you put into it. Like I said, quit asking people for discounts, because like good shit comes with a price.
Yep, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
The Culture Cup, it will be open to the public too. So I think we have like 130 general admission tickets. They go for $350 for general admission.
Okay.
Gets you in both days. Lunch and dinner are catered by a private chef both days. So you get 4 meals out of it. It's a pool party. So the venue itself is going to be on 8 acres with over 400 trees. We have a resort style pool that's got like a slide, a diving board. They've got squirt guns and like a little water park splash pad area.
Wow.
It's like kids' paradise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's going to be sick. So
When is
That
it?
sounds fun.
When is it going to be?
You said
September 9th and 10th
September 9th
this
and
year.
10th.
Yeah, so
Okay.
a few
so.
months away.
Everybody, start saving your money.
It's going to be
like
well worth it. You know,
That sounds like something.
we're going to have some vendors there that aren't going to be competing that'll probably be handing out, you know,
I think
product, try out and stuff like that. So it's going to be a great time.
I think the healing chefs will be there.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
come
think
on up.
I think
Yeah.
we should go.
Yeah, that would be down
We should start making appearances places.
for sure.
That'd be cool. Just like, because like, here's one thing that I haven't done in a long time, or really ever. Even I've been part of the industry and like working in it, I've never really gone to any like events and stuff like that, because I've been just kind of antisocial and just like, I don't want to talk to people and stuff like that. But like more and more, I'm like, no, I want to get out of my goddamn apartment, and
Yeah.
I want to talk to people. That's why we're here doing this right
Yeah,
now, is
yeah.
because I want to talk to people. I want to network. I want to know what you're thinking about. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And stuff
I mean,
like
there's
that.
that old saying, your network is your net worth.
Love it.
Beautiful.
You know,
Beautiful.
get out there,
Yeah.
meet people, have
Yeah.
new experiences, get out your skin,
Yeah.
go through your fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I just put on my story. Like, it had like your fear, if you go through it. All right. And then 1 second. All right. What was I saying?
No, I was gonna tag on to that. I was just gonna say that sorry. Sorry.
Yeah, we both did it. Anyway, we're getting kind of close to the end of it. But like we said, go grab some Solventless Refinery, Sugar Refinery coming.
Mhm.
We have a lot of different guests coming up. Do you want to plug anything right now?
No, just make sure you guys get your ass to the Arizona Culture Cup. It's
Oh,
going to
yeah.
be a one-off experience. You know, we're going to do it once a year, and it's going to be something you don't want to miss, especially
Man,
this first one.
I'm telling you, I want to be a part of some private chef cooking for me. I'm tired of
Yeah,
cooking.
Yeah, the chefs we're working with, they're going to be, again, sourcing products,
Local
ingredients as much as we possibly can, meats,
Dope.
you know, flowers, stuff like that,
Great.
vegetables, fruits.
Awesome.
So it's going to be uplifting for the community. You're going to see different aspects of local come
Yeah.
into this whole event.
Yeah.
Dope.
So everybody just get out and do something.
Mhm.
Do something new. Meet some new people. Just learn some new stuff.
And what we got going on, we have the next few guests coming up. I will post up soon, but next week would be Bud Bros, and then right after that, I believe is Hippie Life, and then Sir High. So that'll be really good.
Nice.
And we're gonna look into like possibly doing some like some loungewear and stuff for like the healing chefs eventually, kind of like smokewear, tripwear, stuff like that. Maybe we'll go around different places, and then eventually maybe making some videos and some recipes and stuff, and sharing our passion of cooking and stuff, and how we incorporate cannabis into different like fine dining kind of a thing, and teach all that kind of stuff. So thank you very much, everyone, for tuning in. Please follow, like, subscribe, notifications. We're on YouTube, Spotify, all that stuff. I'll put every link everywhere. We will have to download this, so I thank you for the patience. But everybody have a great weekend. Bye.